Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA picks for Thursday, March 15th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. So, hey, another crazy slate tonight in the NBA. It was nuts, crazy high scoring. We did very well on DraftKings. Fanduel, we're borderline, pretty much broke even. Things are just tough in the NBA right now. You got all these, like I've been talking about. You got these teams tanking. You have other teams trying to sign these guys on 10-day contracts. This way they can test them out for next year. So rotations are getting thrown off. Minutes are get taken away from people that usually play massive minutes. Hey, it is what it is. It's that time of year. I recommend start betting light on it on NBA and start saving your money, getting ready for the MLB season. MLB's right around the corner, and definitely gotta love some fantasy MLB. So, before we jump in this slate, if you don't mind, drop a like below. I know you're going to like this video, so you might as well click that like button now, and it really helps me out, so I appreciate that a lot. So let's jump into this slate. We got a 9-game slate. There's some decent spots. Quickly, I'm going to talk about the top 5 games that I think I'm really going to be targeting, and then we'll jump into our picks. So first, you got the Clippers at Rockets. This game is going to be crazy. Chris Paul against his old team. They've been having controversy all year. The locker room issue. This game is going to be really good. This game has a 224.5 total. Houston's favored by 11. Next, we got Cavs going into Portland to face the Blazers. This game has a 222 implied total, and Portland's favored by 5. Yes, Portland is favored over the Cavs by 5. At home. Should be another solid game as well. And then you got Hornets going into Atlanta to face the Hawks. This game has a 220 implied total. Charlotte's favored by 4.5. Next, we got Pelicans going into Spurs. This game has a 219.5 implied total. Spurs are favored by 3.5. Then you got 76ers at New York to face the Knicks. This game has a 217 implied total. Knicks are favored by 9. Those are kind of the games that I'm really going to be looking at. So we'll just jump into these picks now, and we'll see what we can come up with. So, start at point guard. I'm really liking Damian Lillard. He's been on absolute fire lately. He's in the past 5 games. He's got you at least 42 fantasy points. I know that's not nothing special, but it just shows you that he's gonna give you a solid floor for your cash games. And then we know he has 50 to 60 point upside, especially going against a Cleveland team who plays absolutely no defense. I wish his price was a little bit lower, but no, this is nonetheless a great spot for him. Then you got Kemba Walker going against Atlanta and Dennis Schroeder. For me, he's strictly a GPP play, but he has upside. He's going to be low owned, and he's in a great matchup. Next, we got Chris Paul. Hey, we know all the drama that's been going on with Chris Paul and Austin Rivers and all that stuff, and now you got the Clippers going into Houston to face the Rockets. Chris Paul's definitely going to wake up tomorrow for this game. Be ready to go. I think he's one of my favorite plays on the slate. Due to the narrative and everything that's been going on. He got a fair price tag right now, 8.3. So for him to hit value, we need about 41. He's averaging 41 on the season. So I'm definitely loving some Chris Paul at point guard. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in my as one of my top 5 plays on the day because I'm really liking Chris Paul. But we'll finish off. There's a couple other really good spots at point guard. You got Kyle Lowry. His price is down. Very fair price. Going against Indiana, a very up-tempo team. Lowry, he's solid. In the past, 4 games, he's got you at least 34 fantasy points. At a 7.3 price tag, you need about 36. He's averaging 35 on the season. I like Kyle Lowry here in this, like I said, this very up-tempo game. I think this is a great spot for him. Then lastly, Dennis Schroeder. He's a guy I really don't target. He's more of a GPP play for me. But I mean, he was, mid 7,000s all year. Right now, his price is, really down. He's at home, and he's been, playing very well for the season. He is averaging 33 fantasy points a game, and at this 6.6 price tag, that's what we need is 33. Came back last game against OKC, a tough matchup. Played 33 minutes, got you 31 fantasy points. So I think that he's a really good GPP player in the point guard position. Next, we got shooting guard. We got James, going against the Clippers. I mean, it's hard to not say that, you know, we have to put him in, but I really like Chris Paul, on the lower price. But James is, he's been doing his thing. But the price tag, right now, you need about 56 for him to hit value. He's averaging 53 on the season. But the past five, I mean, he's only got you 51 one time in the past five, but we know he has massive upside. That's why I'm saying I'd rather just take the $3,000 discount on Chris Paul and kind of go that route to get exposure in this game. But nonetheless, James Harden, one of the best players in the league, can go off for 80 any night. So you definitely got to consider him. The price tag still is fair compared to like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It is lower than those guys, and he has the same ceiling. So yeah, no, Harden's a solid play. All these guys for me are a little bit too overpriced, to tell you the truth. I mean, I like Batum a little bit, but I'd rather go with DeRozan going against Indiana. I mean, I know he's had a couple down games. I understand, but I mean the price tag is down for it as well. You need 38 for him to hit value. He's averaging 38 on the season. I definitely think this is a solid spot for him. But I do like Batum. He's going to be low owned. The guy's been playing very well. He's got you at least 55 fantasy points in 2 straight games. You can't really expect this. But, I mean, I've been telling you guys all year, this is a guy, when he was 6,000, I was playing him every single night just because I knew the upside, and now he's absolutely showing it. He's on fire, so I definitely think he's a solid play as well. Then you got Booker. I'm not really going to probably play Booker, but I just want to mention him because if he does play against Utah, I mean, the price tag is very fair right now, and he has 54 fantasy point upside. We've seen that several times this year, so just somebody to mention. But a couple guys I'm really looking at. You got C.J. McCollum going against Cleveland. Cleveland, we know they struggle on playing defense. They really don't play any at all. Price tag's fair. You need 36 for him to hit value, averaging 33 on the season. Then you got Lou Williams. He was just 8,000. The price dropped. He's going against Houston. It's up-tempo game. They're going to need his scoring. Last time he faced Houston, he kind of had an off game. I understand that, but he's a guy that steps up, in big games, and I think that he's definitely can have a solid game tomorrow. We need 36. I really like Lou Williams. Then we'll go down a little bit I mean, you can look at Gary Harris, fair price tag. He plays massive minutes. He's just a guy who's going to get you close to value. And then one more guy I'm looking at is Clarkson as well. I'm going against Portland. This is going to be a high-scoring game. It's all about minutes with him. If he's going to get 25, 26 minutes, he's going to get you close to 30 fantasy points most of the time. Like I said, it's all about minutes. With a couple of guys banged up right now, he's going to get some extra minutes for the most part. So I definitely think Clarkson's a solid play on the lower end. That's kind of where I'm at with shooting guard. Just move on to small forward. LeBron, like I said, I mean, his price tag is up there, but he's playing very well. I mean, against Phoenix, he pretty much sat out the fourth quarter. He got 70 fantasy points still. At this price tag, though, we need almost 60. We need 63, 64. And that's a tough. That's just to hit 5 times cash game value. You need 6 times, which is almost 75 for tournament value. So the price tag is up. I mean, if I was going to go between him and James, it's tough. It's tough because he does a lot more. He doesn't have the Chris Paul, like James Harden. But, I mean, I think he's a solid player. Like I said, I just don't like the price tag. Then we'll go down. T.J. Warren, he's their second leading scorer for Phoenix. He's been consistent this year. I know the matchup isn't the best against Utah, but they're not the same defensive team that they once were. And the price tag, we need 32 for him to hit value. He's averaging 31 on the season. With him, he scores, close to 20 points a game. It's just if he gets those secondary stats. I think he's a solid play. Covington going against New York. You need 30 for him to hit value. He's been playing very well. He's got you at least 31 in 4 straight games. in 5 of the past 6. So definitely, I think he's a fair price going against New York. We got Wilson Chandler going against Detroit. It's not the best matchup, I understand, but he's just playing very well right now. I mean, 31 and 48 in the past 2. At this price tag, we need 27. I mean, he, he has upside, and I definitely think he can get you 6, 7 times, 8, even 8 times on this price tag. It's very fair. Then we will go to lastly at small forward, Trevor Ariza. The price tag is just fair. You need 26 for him to hit value. He's averaging 24 on the season. He's going to play massive minutes. He plays defense, gets you some steals and some blocks occasionally. He has, I would say, 40-point upside. And he was part of all that controversy last time, so he's going to definitely be extra motivated in this game. So I definitely think that he's a solid play. Now we'll move on to power forward. Anthony Davis going against the Spurs. I mean, the price tag is crazy high. Don't get me wrong, but I mean he's showing us tons of upside. For me, maybe a little bit more of a GPP play, but I mean he's got 70 in 2 straight games, 3 of the past 4. I mean the guy's just been killing. He's trying to take the MVP away from Harden, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. So I like Davis. Blake Griffin, fair price tag. You need 40 for him to hit value. Going against Denver in an up-tempo game. I don't usually like players going into Denver, but Blake, I mean, he's fairly cheap for the most part. I know he had a bad game against Utah, but before that, he had at least 44 fantasy points in 4 straight games. So I definitely think this is a solid spot for Blake. You can look at Tobias Harris. The price tag's high, so it's more of a GPP play. But, I mean, he's going to play very well going against Houston in the up-tempo game. Millsap's somebody I'm really looking at. You need 35 for him to hit value. I don't know, he's borderline cash, borderline GPP at this price tag. Just because the minutes are not all the way back yet. So I would probably say he's a little bit more of a GPP, but I definitely think that he can have a solid game. He had an off game last game, so I mean he's definitely going to bounce back. So solid GPP play. Portis. I mean, the guy's just been playing well. When he's one of them guys, dude, when you get minutes, he does well. You need 32 for him to hit value. He's got you at least 33 in 3 of the past 4 games. With him, it's all about the minutes. I definitely like Portis. Memphis isn't the best matchup. I mean, I understand, but I mean, still, I like this guy. I think he's a really good player. Then we're gonna go to Derek Favors. I mean, he's a very fair price tag. You need 27 for him to hit value. He's averaging 27 on the season. Going against a Phoenix Suns team who they should absolutely dominate. Last time he went against the Suns, he played 32 minutes and got us 37 fantasy points. So I definitely think that Favors is a very good play. Definitely could even consider him a cash. Also, Thaddeus Young. I think you can definitely go cheap at power forward. There's a lot of really good cheap ones. He had a couple off games, so everybody went away from him. His price tag dropped. You need 27 for NBA value. He's averaging 27 on the season. But he had a great game against Philly. He bounced back, 39 fantasy points. He's been living in the 30s a lot this season fantasy-wise. This is a buy low, and I definitely like him. Moving on to center, you got Embiid. GPP for me, just because the price tag's so high. You need pretty much 49.50 for him to hit value. He is coming off a 50-point game, but he gets 50 every once in a while. 50 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 games, and then 50 again. Boom, 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 50 again. It's like he's not consistent with it. And, that's why I think he's more of a GPP player. But I definitely like the matchup going against the Knicks. He definitely could have a really good game. I don't like Andre Drummond and Jokic going against each other. One of them is going to get in foul trouble, so I think I may just stay away from that whole situation. DeAndre Jordan going against Houston, going against his old team. This game is just a really good game to target. Last time he played him, he only got 25 fantasy points in 29 minutes. And he's going to want to play better this time. His price, the problem with him is his price is high as well. You need 44 for him to get value. He's averaging 36 on season. So, to me, he's more of a GPP play. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. To be honest, I mean I really like Nurkic coming off a really good game, and I'm not just chasing the game. I mean this is a guy who every time he gets the minutes, he puts up massive totals. I mean that's what he does. It's all about minutes with him and him being on the floor. Going against Cleveland, I mean they don't play any defense. If they try to put Larry Nance on Nurkic, he's just gonna dominate him. He's too strong for him. So I mean I like him in this spot. I think I'm not saying he's a must play, but he's just somebody I'm really liking at a fair price tag. I mean he is a little bit risky, he's volatile, but he's averaging 31 fantasy points on the season, and for him to hit value, you need about 32. So he's somebody that I definitely think that you could look at. One thing I note, will note before I jump in this slate, center was kind of the position I'm unsure where I'm really gonna go right now. I mean it's up in there. I'm not really liking any spots. So I mean in my core, I'm gonna put Nurkic, but I mean I may go somewhere else. Center's the one, like I said, where I'm kind of unsure. But yeah, let's get back to it. So before I finish up this core, if you haven't already, please make sure and click that like button. I would really appreciate it. Help your boy out. And yeah, let's finish up this core real quick. So I mean I like Lou Williams, very fair price tag. Small forward. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna go with a guy like Covington. Power forward. Let me see. Let me see. Let me look at my notes real quick. I'm gonna go. Man, I like Millsap. I just don't know about Millsap's minutes. That's what's really killing me. I'm gonna go Favors. Favors against Phoenix. I mean, he killed last time he went against them. Let me just see something real quick. Just want to make sure I'm getting people I really like. Yeah, I like Lou Williams. See, Covington, I'm kind of about. I mean, you could even do the here. I'm gonna do something like this. I mean, this is something that you could even do. I don't know how high I really am on LeBron. I just don't know. I mean, really, where else to go? The price tag is up. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, this is something that's definitely doable. I'm gonna leave this. You got 5,000. Hopefully, a value play comes through. Tomorrow, I'll update this in the comment section. So make sure and check that out. Make sure and turn on your notifications so you don't miss that. Make sure to click that like button for me. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out anything else I got going on, visit me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @RotoBeast. Hey, let's get some money, and I'll talk to you later.